All Elite Wrestling's Ruby Soho. Destination is known. It's AEW. I know. How many times have you heard that one, the Ruby?
I love it. I never get tired of hearing it.
That is so cool. Well, I have to start right away. I'm just going to go into this. Well, first, let's take care of business. So, AEW's New Year's Smash, Wednesday, December 29th, from Jacksonville, home base of AEW on TNT. That'll be the final AEW Dynamite on TNT, and very cool because then it'll be moving to TBS. AEW Rampage on Fridays will remain on TNT. What is it like, Ruby, first of all, getting that buzz from TNT and now for Dynamite now with this New Year's Smash, ending the TNT run for AEW Dynamite as you move into the new year with TBS?
I'm so excited to be a part of the growth of AEW. Just recently having got here, it is amazing to see what we've done in such a short period of time. So the fact that we're able to branch out to another amazing network is awesome, and to be able to stay on TNT and also TBS, and to be able to spread good wrestling across a bunch of different networks is really awesome and really special to be a part of. I'm really excited to be able to be a part of a show in Jacksonville. I have not been able to do that just yet, and since that is like the home of AEW, I'm excited to see that energy in the crowd and everything like that coming from kind of our home base. So I'm very excited.
Well, Ruby, and this event coming up on December 29th, Wednesday, is called New Year's Smash. Does AEW have like the coolest names for its shows?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. We kill it every time as far as all of our names go. It just gets me hyped about every show with all of our cool names to see what we have in store. I love it.
You mentioned the great wrestling, and for you, you've done the indies, you've been various places. What was it like when you got to AEW and just watching it from afar even, and seeing the type of matches and what they're doing? And did it remind you of anything you've done in the past?
I have said before that AEW kind of has a very an independent wrestling, like underground vibe to it. It's different than anything that I've ever been a part of, but the energy within it is definitely kind of an indie wrestling vibe, just because we're all working together as a team to put together this amazing product, and we're all just a bunch of misfits putting together this incredible show that are brought together by the love of wrestling.
And that misfits term, Ruby, does that suit you well?
Oh, it's what I live by, for sure.
I think of the land of misfit toys. I'm thinking like Ruby's the queen of the land of misfit toys.
I like that.
It's the holiday time. Why not?
Yeah.
Ruby, this is so amazing to me, because you know what? I could talk to you about AEW for a long time, but I have to talk about music with you a little bit. How big of a Rancid fan are you?
Rancid was actually one of the first punk bands I ever listened to. So I am a huge Rancid fan, and it holds a very, very special place in my heart. So being able to come out to the song Ruby Soho is an incredible honor to me. And being able to call Lars Fredrickson, a member of Rancid, a friend of mine, is surreal to me. So I'm very grateful for AEW to be able to partner up with them and to be able to give me that entrance music and really give me what entrance music is supposed to do, which is just get me into this ready to fight, excited to party with the crowd kind of mood.
Did you have input then with Rancid as far as just putting this all together?
Well, it was actually Rancid that bestowed it onto me. I did an interview with Lars Fredrickson before I joined AEW, and I was kind of in search of a new name and new music and things like that. And once I expressed that to Lars, he just very nonchalantly said, well, why don't you just use the name Ruby Soho? And I looked at him and said, I didn't even know that was an option. And he said, I can get on the phone right now with the band, and we can get you the song, and we can see what we can do with that. And I was I was elated. I didn't even know how to really respond to it, and then to see it kind of come to fruition was just magical to me. I'm just so grateful and so excited to be able to, you know, basically be knighted by one of the kings of punk, you know.
Ruby, this has to be just as big as winning a world title.
It's incredible. My times as I've been in AEW, I've been able to experience and accomplish and gain the things that I never thought in my career were possible. So I'm just the luckiest girl in the whole world.
So Ruby, when you're hearing all this and this is all coming together, and there you are, you're talking with Rancid and just putting this whole thing together, who are you calling? Who are you like first calling to say, hey, you're not going to believe this, but guess what?
I would love to say, like, I did call my dad when it all happened. My dad doesn't really listen to punk. He's a lot more of an old school classic rock kind of fan, so he was excited for me, but because he knew that I was excited, but he had no idea. But my best friend from back home, I definitely called right away. My old tag team partner, Sarah, I called her immediately, and she knows Rancid, and she knows especially what Rancid means to me. So once I was able to tell her that, I was jumping up and down, and she was really excited for me. So yeah, if really anybody who knew Rancid and knew what it meant to me, I called everybody who I could.
Ruby, it's such an awesome story. It really is. And just to see how that all went down, and especially the music fan that you are and all, it's just awesome. So, hey, AEW, you're in AEW. What has it been like for you just being a part of it? And you said a short period of time, but you've done so much so far.